This is We've Been Drinking MMA. We are on the co-main event of the Yusuf Barbosa fight card between Jennifer Maia and Viviane Araujo.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right about that?
Yes, sir.
Araujo. I'm going Jennifer Maia.
Yes, sir.
And this is going to go the distance.
Hey, man. It's like 95% chance, right, for distance. But
Yeah.
this is a backhand. I'm going for Jennifer Maia, and I also believe it's Jennifer Maia. She's minus 140, 140 to make 100, so that's not a bad bet either. Obviously, she's fought for the belt. You know, she's proven, etc. But, yeah, it's unbelievable what they're inside the UFC. I just want to do this. Why not? Is literally all decisions for Maia except one. So we're talking about 10 fights by decision, whether it's a winner or a loss, and then she submitted one person, Joanna Wood, about 3 years ago, and so 10 decisions.
What I like
one
about
submission.
Jennifer Maia specifically, she's first to punch,
She
first
is.
to grapple,
She
first
is.
to whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like overpowering things that's going on, and they're both in their mid-30s as in this fight. I mean, I guess that's not terrible, but like, it's not going to be like, oh, it's youth versus older.
No.
But they're both in the same
35
age.
and 36. Rajo's
Yeah.
actually 1 year older.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 36. But hey, I just want to say, so 10 decisions in the UFC for Jennifer Maia, and then only one went finish, and she submitted Joanne Wood 3 years ago. So 10 decisions out of her 11 UFC fights. And then Araujo is 8 decisions and 1 KO, and her only KO in the UFC was in her first fight, so probably against nobody, like somebody we never heard of, you know. So it's her first fight. It's probably some, other, lower level fighter. So ultimately, she's got 8 decisions out of 9 fights in the UFC. Maia's 10 out of 11 decisions. It's going to decision,
Yeah.
right? I
Going
mean,
the distance, no doubt.
Statistically, and
Method of victory is decision.
so now what we got to do is we got to talk about why we're thinking Maia instead of Araujo. So first of all, they're both ranked, but Jennifer Maia has fought for the title. That's a difference. It's a different level right there. Number 2, why we're going with Jennifer Maia, we have to say, is that Jennifer Maia throws way more punches than Araujo.
Yes.
Way more. Araujo also doesn't, like Lousy said, she doesn't throw first almost hardly ever. She's always hesitant and waiting to counter, but she doesn't counter with any power. So what's the point in waiting to counter if you don't have power?
Yes.
It's just you're going to lose to other people in the top 5 that are just more active. And Maia throws probably 2 to 3 times the amount of punches, and she lands like fucking half of them. It's crazy.
Yes.
Jennifer Maia. And she's first. She's first.
The only thing I see Araujo being better at is actually body lock and taking down. But like,
Maia's dangerous off her back, though.
but the subs. But she can get up. She can try to sub. But I think she's just a better fighter in general.
Another valid bet would be just going the distance. Because they always go to distance, its chances are, depending on, but the problem is the odds are probably going to be ridiculous. It'll be like so much money to bet just to make something small.
Right.
So that's why Maia in general or Maia by decision is what we're thinking for our bets. But whatever's clever on Wednesday or Tuesday when the props come out.
But Jennifer Maia, regardless, correct?
Yeah, my God, yes. Because look, you look at the striking, and Araujo, even though she has 1.8 takedowns, that's actually not that much. Unless you got like 2 or even really 2.5 or 3 takedowns a fight on the stats, you're not really that much of a wrestler. It just means that you like counter wrestle, you'll wrestle sometimes, you panic wrestle. It doesn't really anything like 1.5 or anything under 2, not that big of a deal really, unless you're like a specialist. And you see Araujo, like she wasn't great on the ground against Ribas. She wasn't. She's not very fast on the ground. Her control is not very good. So Maia can sub people on the ground. It's not a big deal. It's really going to turn into striking. And listen, Araujo is 0-2 in her last 2 fights. And
Grasso.
Oh yeah, against Grasso though. Yeah, exactly. And then Ribas. But Ribas, is one of those fights where I just wasn't impressed, man. Like she let Ribas control her with the striking, and Ribas really doesn't have much power. So it's going to be bad. If you're letting someone like Ribas control you in the stand-up and you're not trying to be first at all, guess what? Someone with Jennifer Maia throwing 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, like Jennifer's going to land, and Jennifer throws leg kicks.
Here's the thing about Araujo.
Yeah.
Against lower level tier fighters, she wins.
Yeah.
Against higher level fighters, she loses.
Right.
And Maya is a higher level, I would say gatekeeper, if you will, because she's kind of the same.
Higher level gatekeeper for Araujo,
Yeah.
That's totally fair to say. It's not an insult. She's a good fighter, but problem is, look, let's look at. So we know Araujo is, like overall she'll lose to anyone in the top 10 more or less, and then she has wins over people who are outside of the top 15. She has a win over Montana De La Rosa, who's pretty good, but she's lost to Jessica Ai, but then Jennifer Maia beat Jessica Ai. She's beaten people like Alexis Davis, who's way outside the prime, and then that was her second fight in the UFC. So you look at her wins, it's just not convincing enough to really want to put money on Araujo in a fight like this. And you look at Jennifer Maia, I mean, literally, you look at her record inside the UFC. First fight was a loss to Liz Carmouche. Then she beat Alexis Davis, beat Modafferi, lost to Caitlin Chookagian, who's perennial top 7 in this division. Then she submitted Joanne Wood, fought against Shevchenko, the GOAT, at 125, right? And she had an okay showing, but she just didn't throw as much. She just wasn't. It's just Shevchenko was in her prime at the time. She lost by decision, so went all 5, not bad. Then she beat Jessica Ai, who's the woman who beat Araujo. Then she lost to Chookagian, who's, again, we said perennial top 7. Lost to Manon Fiorot, who beat maybe one of the best fighters at 115, Rose Namajunas, in a close fight. Rose Namajunas dropped Manon Fiorot in the 3rd round. It was a close fight, but Manon won. So she lost a decision to this great fighter, Manon Fiorot. Then she has 2 wins in a row against Moroz, and then Casey O'Neill, who's top 12. So Casey O'Neill, good fighter. I would like to see Casey O'Neill versus Araujo. That would have been a good fight.
Yes.
Because that would have been harder to pick, and Casey was, again, more active, throws with more power than Araujo. That would have been a very interesting fight. This fight, to us, it feels like it's kind of a steal here.
Yes.
Because Maia is throwing so much more punches. She's first all the time. Fast footwork.
And you're getting a somewhat good price.
Yeah. No, really good price because Araujo is slow. Maia's fast. Araujo get hit by Ribas. Ribas isn't even a fast striker. Maia's a much faster striker with her punches. So offense goes to Maia. Footwork, speed goes to Maia. Defense, Araujo is blocking punches with her faces sometimes.
Yeah.
Maia doesn't block punches with her. Maia's technical. So you look at defense, offense, footwork with speed, and you're thinking minus 140, 140 to make 100 on Jennifer Maia. Maia's fought for the belt versus the GOAT and went all 5 rounds. And Araujo has not beaten anyone really that great. We love minus 140 for Jennifer Maia. And thank you to the odds makers in Vegas and around the world for allowing this to happen for us.
Throwing us a bone, finally.
Hey, listen, we love money, and we love easy money. That's our favorite type of money. So appreciate you guys for listening. Appreciate the Vegas odds makers for letting this happen. We'd like to thank our parents, grandparents for getting my bloodline to America.
That's right.
Giving us the opportunity to really make easy money in America.
One love.
And we're out.
Thanks. Like, subscribe, comment.